Hey everybody, it's Dr. Scott. Now, if you tuned into my webinar earlier this week on Tuesday, I did a class on weight loss resistance. But if you were in that class, you would have learned that weight loss resistance is really just another symptom of something else going on in your body, and oftentimes multiple things. Okay, I'm gonna get into more of the details of that later for you guys that follow my social media, but I wanna ask you a question today. How many of you guys have thought in your heads, whether it's weight loss resistance or other health struggles, is it just me? Like, is it just me? I feel like I'm checking the boxes. I'm eating healthy, I'm exercising, I'm trying to do proactive things for self-care. And it's just like nothing seems to move the dial, like always seems to be just in a rut, in the same valley. Is it just you? Or maybe you just haven't put in the work to find out and visited the right people to understand what's really going on inside of you, right? So yesterday on social media, you guys saw I posted some things about nutrition, right? So food and nutrition is one simple example of it's not as easy as what it seems. What do I mean by that? Because I detect this kind of stuff every day in people, something like SIBO, which stands for small intestine bacterial overgrowth. If you have that, you can't eat certain things that are healthy, like broccoli and spinach and asparagus. I mean, these really healthy vegetables that those bacteria, if you have them, are gonna feed off of and become a vicious cycle. Okay, so we have to know if you have that. There are certain signs and symptoms that kind of lead me down the path to knowing whether to test for that or not. Okay, another example is, I run into it a lot where people have histamine intolerances. Maybe you think of histamine as like, always stuffy and sinus congestion or allergy type symptoms. Sometimes it can come out in rashes in the skin, things like that, hives, etc. Don't depend on antihistamine over the counters for the rest of your life. Like, you're not treating the actual root cause, guys. You're just putting a Band-Aid on it. So did you know that one of the things that can aggravate that is food that's healthy, but maybe not for you, right? There are certain foods that are very high histamine content, and if you have a histamine sensitivity or intolerance, that can really trigger that reaction in you. So what's high histamine foods? Well, examples would be things like tomatoes, bell peppers, what am I trying to think of? The squash, I'm trying to think of it, the purple squash, right? The one, eggplant, that's what I'm trying to think of, not squash, eggplant. You can tell how often I eat eggplant, not very often. I'm sure maybe a lot of you don't either, but eggplant is another one of those high histamine. So the point is first we have to know what's creating this reaction or what's triggering this reaction in you. But then really it still comes down to what's the root causes of that. Why are you insensitive? Why are you sensitive to the histamine in the first place? Okay, so that goes deeper level stuff that you have to test and not guess for. All right, so other examples, which are probably more common to most of you, would be gluten sensitivity, dairy intolerances, and those kind of things. So you can try to eliminate those kind of things, and if you do, and if you feel better and have less reactions, that's great, but what's the root causes of why your body's responding that way? That's always the question you guys should be asking yourself. So that's my challenge to you today, is to think about your weight loss resistance and just your general overall health at a deeper level than just calories in, calories out, because that doesn't work for everybody, and then deeper level rooted issues of why might I be chronically fatigued? Why might I have hormone issues? Why might I have skin rashes and reactions? Why might I always be stuffy? Why might my immune system not be fighting bugs off this winter like it normally does or normally should in a healthy immune system? These are the kind of things I want you guys to think about, and then you can DM me or set up a free consult if you want to talk about any of this stuff, because I'm ready to attack this with you to get you feeling and functioning and performing at your optimal levels like you never have before, right? So, all right, everybody, have a great freezing cold day again here in Nebraska. Bye-bye.